everyone. Welcome to part 2 introduction session. So, welcome you all, and I can see many of my lovely students back here and few new students as well. So, I welcome you all on this afternoon. So, hello. Okay. So, basically, it's good
Hello,
to have you.
doctor.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. Yes. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so great to have you all here. And today we are going to talk about part two. We have already done part one. I mean, at least appeared for the exam, and I think many of you are feeling good after that as well. So that's why we are here. And basically, actually, right time to study part two is now. Right time to study part two is now, because every single week we delay part two, we are going to have more pressure in the later stages. And always, I prefer that go slow and study. Like, even if you are spending 1 hour consistently, that's good then, rather than putting up like 10 hours in the end, right? So it is always better to start from the early so that you are not overwhelmed. And this is the right time to start the part two. And many of you have already escalated from from the part one to part two. They have already, some of you have the combo and some of you have already enrolled. So rest all of you, you can see after this session and get yourself enrolled so that you start your part two well in time. And good thing is that with us, you don't have to worry because you have unlimited access. So your access not ends after 6 months or 1 year. So even if you are not very sure whether you are going to appear in next January or July, still you can start studying, because your success is our commitment and we are here to help you success in 70% less study time. So here we start with the introduction session. Now this session is for the beginners, like who are coming for the part two for the first time. So basically the session is about how the exam look like, what is the syllabus, and how the course is going to help you sail through this difficult journey. Although it is considered as difficult, but I don't consider it as difficult, but I consider it as strategic. If you take it as a strategy, it is not difficult. If you are going unstrategically, just unstructured, then nobody can save you. Then part two is a very big glitch, and people face it if they start with the wrong way. So now today I'm going to take you through what is the easiest, fastest, and the shortest strategic path towards part two. I think there are some part two students as well. They can actually tell that whether they felt like it is, yes, it is the shortest or not. So part two introduction session. So what you will learn today. A new way to pass MRCOG part two. And once, I mean, if you have heard from your seniors, read every guideline cover to cover, word to word, make your notes. So for me today, I'm going to tell you why guideline reading is no longer needed. Our updated ultra targeted course format and strategy to study less and score more. Pre-result offer details, which is also a part of this very session and valid for next few days before the result. So here we go with the new way to pass MRCOG part 2. And definitely I'm going to talk about why guideline reading is no longer needed. So keep this in your mind before you go ahead with the part 2. So when you hear from the part 2 from your seniors, I mean, this is how most of the people actually feel. The roller coaster ride. They feel that, oh my God, what's going to happen in the part 2? Excitement is there because you are going from part 1 to part 2, but there is a lot of anxiety as well. The challenge of juggling between the responsibilities. Oh my God, I already, like, one or two part 1 students, they already texted me, ma'am, so many videos I can see there and so many questions I can see in the part 2. How I am going to cover them? in next 6 months. I feel that it's a 2 year syllabus, but actually it's not, because many of our students have done this in 3 months, 1 month, and I would say, like, do not feel overwhelmed and do it in 5 to 6 months with just 1 to 2 hours a day. The failure of fear and missing out, like, this is the biggest failure when you go to part 2. Am I going to fail? Because my one of my seniors said that she needed 3 attempts to pass, she needed 2 attempts to pass. No, here we are here to go for first attempt. Limited resources and the overwhelming syllabus. The syllabus is something which makes people really drowned. So, welcome to your MRCOG Part 2 journey, transforming your roller coaster ride into the pleasant one. That is my motto here. So, simplify the journey, provide the structured guidance, and help you achieve success with 70% less study time. How many of you are ready and they believe that this is possible? I just need yes or no in the chat box. You all have been answering in the sessions as well. So I today need yes or no. Yes, yes, yes. I can see all the yes, yes. So lovely. So you all are definitely ready for this. And today I'm going to share how this is going to be possible. So guidance and simplicity will keep things simple, and with the proper guidance, this is definitely possible. Now, there are two things to be managed in this case. Basically, yes, I can see so many yes. Lovely, lovely, very good. So basically, on part one part there is a syllabus and the other part is time, right? Syllabus is definitely huge, but we have a fixed time. No matter how much I think, even if somebody is giving a second attempt, like they think that this time I'm going to put in more time. But is it really possible? No. Day by day, we become more busier. The day by day, the practice is increasing. The day by day, family responsibilities are there. So, unless and until you had some particular thing in your last time, largely it's not some anything is not going to change. So what we need to do, time is almost like a fixed entity, very precious for all of us. Syllabus, we can decrease the syllabus. So but the question comes, if I decrease the syllabus and if I do not cover everything, then am I going to succeed? Am I going to read less and still going to succeed? Yes. Will I be able to pass if I study less than my friends? Because once you start studying, then people around you, like anybody who has joined some other course or something else, they are going to tell you, oh, you are not reading this, you are going to leave this. What is this, right? So many of students, they feel this kind of a thing. So just to give you a overview of that, like how our students feel, that is it possible to pass with the less study or not? So here is a glimpse of that.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Rashim Aneja and I'm pleased to announce that I have cleared the MRCOG Part 2 examination. I would like to thank Dr. Bhavna ma'am for her unwavering support and guidance throughout this journey. Her clear explanations in the live sessions, EMQ sessions, Telegram group, everywhere make everything so easy and understandable. Yes, the course is what it says, that it is less study in less than 70% time. Also, thanks to Dr. Shivani and Dr. Shreya, who were the course moderators throughout the MRCOG Part 2 journey. Thank you for believing in me, ma'am. Her voice echoes in the exam, and no one cannot go wrong with that answer. Also, ma'am's live sessions, the EMQ sessions, all the recall sessions, they are so helpful and they make everything so easy and understandable. All the notes become so ready for the last moment preparations. So thank you, ma'am, for the course, and I'm very happy that I've cleared this part 2 examination.
So basically, yes, you don't need anything, right? How would you rate us on the scale of 1 to 5? This is our student survey, which we have conducted multiple times, and you can see 91.5% students rate us 5, almost 8.45% rate us 4. So I think that this is basically the quality education which is provided and the way it is carried out. And this is how the people feel after exam. 95% questions were from what we have taught, and not sure how accurately she has done, but still I would say that she has passed the exam. So that is how the students feel like. So how do candidates define part 2 exam usually? They feel it as a toughest exam. I'm not talking about the course candidates, but in general, how people perceive MRCOG Part 2. Toughest exam, need long study hours. There is an ocean of syllabus. But what are the frequently asked questions? What are the recommended books? How many months are enough for the exam preparation? And third thing is it possible to work and prepare for exam together? I need answers from all of you. Is there any other question which you require to be asking, or any other question which comes to your mind, or what thought comes to you when you see this slide? Any other question or any answer to these questions you would like to put in the chat box? Anybody? How tough is it compared to part 1? Yes. Okay. I'm coming to that question. As I said, people perceive it as a very tough exam because there is huge amount of content which is read to the which is there to be read, because I'm just going to take you through what all needs to be read. And yes, the pass percentage is less, but that is for exam, not for our course. Okay, so pattern of part 2 we are going to discuss. Don't know or trying to appear for first time, I'm going to tell you MRCG part 2 is tough and MRCPI Island exam. Oh, both are equally, right? And MRCG is much more valued than MRCPI. So that is how, like, if you are putting in effort, then it is like putting in 80% effort and 90% effort, not much difference. And better is do the MRCOG so that it is more valued and more recognized across all the countries. And particularly when you are like, if somebody is planning to relocate, then it is very much helpful. How can we remember all these guidelines during the exam? I'm going to tell you. Do we need strict 15 days to 1 month leave? No, not at all. My students have worked till the last day and still gone for the exam. At the most, I will say that you can take last 3, 4 leaves so that you are secluded from your work and your mind can concentrate on this. It is not more about revision, it is more about you can concentrate, because if till the last day you are operating, then your one brain is towards the patient, right? It is more about like taking your whole mindset from everywhere and just coming this to this particular point. So that is what is important here. Are we to read anything about the part 1? Are these questions related to any part 1? I'm going to come to that, how this is related to part 1. See, clinical management and data interpretation is related. Having given part 1, there was repeats from your sessions and discussion. Yes, that is what is going to happen here. In part 2, if you ask the students, like how many of the students think that the questions come from recalls, you will get a very varied kind of thing from the students. Somebody will say there were only 30% recalls. Somebody would say there were 70% recalls, right? So how does this makes a difference? Why this is so much difference? Because the thing is, like, many of the people cannot gauge through the question that actually yes, that was a recall. So when you are able to say, like, when you walk out of the exam and you say that yes, there were 70% recalls, and that is the day I can give you in writing that you are going to pass. So if you could recognize that this is a recall, that means you can gauge through the question and you know exactly what is asked in the exam the day you pass. So that is how the recalls are placed in the part 2 exam. Is Jan paper difficult than the July paper? It's nothing like that. You need to be better prepared for the exam, and that's how things work. So, is it possible to pass in one go? Yes. So welcome to next 45 minutes of unraveling of your transformative MRCOG Part 2 experience. That's what I'm going to take you through. Now, what sets us apart? Accelerated learning system. Maximize efficiency in study time. This is what I'm going to tell you. How we decrease your study time. Real time progress tracking. How you can see in which area you are lagging and in which area you are good. Module wise focus. In fact, it is every topic you are going to focus. Module is still the bigger part, and we are going to focus on the topic wise thing, right? So thank you, Dr. Koshish. So she has already joined the course, but she could not appear for the exam, but she believed that the teaching is awesome. Yes, part one was manageable with your course, but part two also like that, or we need to put extra result. See, it's not about putting any extra thing. You need to revise it, right? That's it. And that also we make you do with the schedule. Still, you can stick to the website content and you pass. But the only thing is you need to go to the website content 3 times, and that we made you do in the part one. So we'll make you do that in the part two as well. Okay. So that comes with the schedule. Now I'll explain how things go. So your path to success, a clear roadmap for the few next months, reduction in the study time stress, consistent progress and motivation, and higher probability of passing in one go. Yes, consistency matters. That is why I'm saying that you need to follow that 2 hours. 2 hours. I need 1.5 to 2 hours of your routine for next 5.5 months, and you are going to rock this exam with certainly a very good result, right? So we are going to start very soon. We have already given the schedule to the part 2 students, but we are going to start our live sessions also very soon. That is why I like this session, so that people who want to start, they can start. Yes, please make us revise at least 3 times. If you have been in the course, you must be seeing that the schedule itself runs through 3 times. If you follow the schedule given to you, the timetable, it itself takes you through 3 times. Now, coming to the exam syllabus. So, this is the exam syllabus. This is basically, it is divided into various modules like clinical skills, teaching and research, core surgical skills, post-operative care, antenatal care, maternal medicine, management of labor, management of delivery, postpartum problems, gynecological problems, and fertility. So these are various modules. Here, instead of subjects, we have modules. Okay. So these are the various modules which we are going to take. So we'll talk in terms of modules: sexual and reproductive health, early pregnancy care, gynecological oncology, urogynecology, and pelvic floor problems. So there are almost 14 modules which we are going to cover in our syllabus, right? Okay, so my part one was made easy, and yeah, I used 3 months to be ready and on 95%. So this time also, in the current this thing also, at the end of the session, I'll take you through the post-exam reviews of the part two students. I just showed one review in the previous, but we have a complete reel of it. And basically, they also felt that the exam, most of the questions were already covered in the course. So that is the same feeling they had. Third revision start roughly how many days before? I think 15-20 days, or this time we started like 20-22 days before. Yes, schedule is very structured. So yes, you can follow the same thing. Yes, Telegram very helpful. Yes, continue on the Kajabi app instead of the question and answer. Okay, fine. So Telegram is a huge scam. So we do not continue on the Telegram. We are shifted onto the website community. That's a very safe place. No scammers, no nothing. So, what are the books recommended for reading? So, in part two, basically, there are no books. It is all about the content which is in the form of various guidelines. So, you have the green top guidelines, you have nice guidelines, you have TOG articles. What are TOG articles for the beginners? RCOG publish a journal every quarter. So, there are 4 journals which are published in an year, and every journal has some articles, and they are very important. So, they are TOG articles. SIPs are scientific impact papers. BASH guidelines are there for sexual health. FSRH for contraception. BSG is basically for the endoscopy. Then there are FIGO guidelines, and then there is British Oncology guidelines. RCOG e-learning and the website is another very important source. So when you look at this long list, when you look at this long list of guidelines, this you can think how many of these guidelines we need to read. Can you imagine the total number? What is the total number? Just think about something random before I put up a number here. Before I put up a number here, would you like to give some number, right? Hmm. Okay, 100, okay. 25, okay. So basically 300. Yes, you are very close. 300. Yes. So it is going to be almost like more than 200, or I would say between 200 to 300, right? It's going to be this huge number. Now this number seems scary, right? But let me tell you, with us you do not need to read this all, like you don't have to go through this 200 to 300 guideline PDFs. How we make you simplify this. Now this guidelines, like when I say that, like one module I take, early pregnancy module, there are 6 to 7 topics in this, okay? So 6 to 7 topics are there, like ectopic pregnancy, molar pregnancy, miscarriage, pregnancy of unknown location, pregnancy of there is PUL, there is recurrent miscarriage. So these are the different topics. So overall, there are only 6 to 7 topics. So now if I put up in every topic, whatever guideline or TOG article is there, we have accumulated that, right? We have accumulated that all material and created a one topic video. So what I say is, we do not go guideline or article wise, we go topic wise. This is the main distinction between our course and the other courses, because everybody would like to go by the guideline wise. What is the problem of going guideline wise? Because even if, like, you see that 200 guidelines, if I take the lowest number and I put up like 2 to 3 guidelines in a day, still I need 100 days minimum to do this, right? So 100 days is minimum. So 100 days you finish this, then when you are going to revise it? So you are just in the theory only, and reading 2 guidelines means you are at least spending 5 hours of daily study time, which is not at all possible. So, what is the advantage of going topic wise, right? So, the topic of this, when we go topic wise, like if I take example of ectopic pregnancy, there are 3 sources. There is NICE guideline, there is a green top guideline, and there is a TOG article. So, we have summarized all this into a 30 minutes video. And in 30 minutes video, we do not talk about like this is a summary of NICE, this is a summary of TOG, or this is a summary of GTG, but we give you exactly what comes in exam. Like these are the points which come in exam, and this is how you need to answer. So now the sources is from the guideline, but what you get is not the summary of each and every different thing, but you get the formulas of that particular topic. So this is a maths like concept. You need to know the formulas and you need to work on the applications. So that is what we make you do every day. When I say that 1.5 hour of daily routine, that means you are going to watch one video and one worksheet. So that means ectopic pregnancy video and ectopic pregnancy worksheet. So every day you are going to finish one question. Now you don't go and read the complete this 200 300 guidelines, not even pages. These are guidelines. Every guideline may be 50 to 70 words. So like this, we decrease drastically your study time, and you still cover your all syllabus. And because it's a short content, when it is a short content, so it is going to be like you can revise it, you can retain it. You don't need any big piles of show the notes or something which you will be having this there. Okay, So this is how the things are shortened. So this is a long list, but nothing to be scared of, because you don't need to go through all of these. You just need to go through small videos which will help you gain the marks. So this is there. Now, okay, I'm coming to all the questions. Just let me finish this, then I'll come back to the questions. So now, how the guidelines become our medical brushes, painting your understanding. So that is what I've just explained. Now these are the way multiple question books. Do we need to solve? How many books we need to solve? So you see that there are so many books. And then another source of questions is the RCOG question bank, and third thing is the recalls from 2015 till date. But the good thing is everything is on the website, and that too arranged topic wise. So you don't even need to look at anything like this. No need of going through this, right? So no need to worry about these long things. Everything is on the website included in your schedule, and you will just follow that 1.5 to 2 hours and you finish all these three major sources in your schedule itself. Now, what is the exam format? It is a computer based test. There are two papers. Every paper will have 100 questions. 50 questions will be single best answers, and 50 questions will be extended matching questions. Now, what are extended matching questions? Single best answers, you all know. You have done part 1. There is a stem. There are 5 options. You need to choose one. But what about the extended matching questions? In extended matching questions, there is a huge scenario, and then there are 20 options. Out of these 20 options, you need to choose one. So now, in this case, you need to fix your answers beforehand. You need to fix your answers beforehand. Otherwise, this is I mean, there is, you cannot guess answers in this, and this is the main pain point for the part 2 candidates, and this is where the candidates usually fail. So how we help specifically in this field, I'm just going to that come to that point as well as we move forward. So, in your paper, the 50 questions will be SBA and 50 will be EMQs. But you see the line here, that is 40% of the marks are for the SBA and 60% marks for the EMQ. So, even if the EMQs are going to be same, like 50-50, but their basically their weightage is more. So EMQs become very important, and you have to pass combining both the papers. Cutoff is usually between somewhere 62 to 66, 67. So you can get anything between that, and you need to go through it, right? Okay. So this is the sneak peek into our portal. How this looks like, as I told you, we have a short videos. So here the video session 1, then it's quiz, that is the miscarriage video, then it's quiz is there. Ectopic pregnancy video is quiz is there. So like this, these are the, you will find there, and then we conduct the live sessions as well. So like if I talk about fertility module, what are the topics to be discussed? So for every topic, there is going to be video and there are going to be the quiz. Quiz is the worksheets where you have the questions. And we give you a day-to-day task for that.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Samantha Mascarenas, and I'm pleased to announce that with the grace of God and the support of Dr. Bhavna Khera, my wonderful parents and my awesome study partners, Dr. Pooja and Dr. Nisha, I have successfully cleared the MRCOG Part 2 examination. I would like to emphasize what I enjoyed most about studying with Bhavna ma'am. Not only is she absolutely up to date with the syllabus, but she also pays keen attention to strategy questions when she teaches. I mastered the art of solving EMQs with her help and her beautifully structured website with an easy user interface, which were key in my journey. I also remember troubling ma'am with all my queries even in the wee hours of the morning, which would always be solved by the next day with a little voice note. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your brilliant efforts. I'm forever indebted to you. Thanks again.
So basically, you see that the specific art, like for how to solve the EMQs, that's what you learn with us very, very beautifully. And because we fix your answers, right? Let me take few questions from here. Each topic are marks divided. I have already told you how paper one and paper two is. On website there is a community. Yes, community website. Please, you all are added there. Who all have enrolled, they are added there. So please join the community and just follow that. If any of the students are here who have not yet joined, they can still join the open community and they can be a part of it. We do question discussions there, so you can get the glimpse there as well. When is the course schedule starting? It's already like going to be put on the website by the today evening, and we have started. So you can start anyhow now. Live sessions are yet to be started, and they will be starting very soon in the next week. Any discussion happens in the Telegram group? No, only the community group. When is the part two batch starting? Hope I get through part two. So you can start with the part two preparations. Part two batch is started, and we are going to start the live sessions from the next week. How it is scheduled? One in Kajabi, in community, and only. Yes, there is no. There is all the discussions are happening in Kajabi community only. It is request to start the part 2 course after part 1. No, it is difficult to finish the syllabus 3 times if we start later. So it is important to start early. And if at all you are still in doubt, still you can start. Because ultimately, I am pretty sure that you are going to pass because paper 1 was exactly what you have already read, part 1. So you can start part 2. Second thing is part 2 excesses till you pass. So no worries about that. Third thing is, if at all anybody needs to study for part 1, suppose God forbid, like if somebody loses by 1 or 2 marks, still you are not going to spend your next 6 months on part 1. You will just read part 1 in the last few days. So at least, like, if you are getting any lag here, be better prepared for your part 2. So you can be better prepared from now for the July exam and make it go in one attempt, right? Why waste that? So please do not do that. You have taken the combo. Yes, you can start your part 2 preparation now. Dr. Koshi, you are already added, but if you have any doubt, please text the team number you have and they will help you. Okay, so you don't have to register to community, you're already added. Just look at my library section of website. Do I need to make notes with the guidelines? No notes required, because as you used to have that PDF format in the part 1, you will have this in the part 2 as well. So it is not at all
Hi,
required. So now this is the video magic. The canvas comes to the life. So I'm going to take you through the like how the live sessions look like and how we fix the formula. So you can see this kind of a algorithms and tables in the notes rather than
Here,
having a long
abnormal semen
session.
analysis repeat after 3 months. If there is a abnormal semen analysis, repeat semen analysis after 3 months. While if there is a gross spermatozoa deficiency, there is azoospermia or there is severe oligozoospermia, then repeat it as soon as possible.
So fixing the rules like this, like if this is there, answer this. If this is there, answer this. If this is not the option, this is the next best option. That is the kind of clarity you require, right? What's the minimum number of months of preparation you need? I would suggest that if at all you are planning for January, start now, because we all are working. So some days you may skip reading, right? So why wait for the last 2 3 months? Yes, you can do in last 3 months as well, but I will not suggest waiting till the last 3 months, because that is not the time. That is like at that time we need to be in tune, like regular reading with 3 4 hours. You start now, you are spending only 1.5 hours, and you can even miss some topic, some days reading, then also it is fine. Okay, so yes, that's there. And this is how the live sessions look like, right? These are the video sessions glimpse, how the video sessions give you the formulas. Now, this is the live session glimpse, like.
So absolutely correct. It's an absolutely correct answer. So basically, we have to do the wedge biopsy. Why we have chosen this? Because right now, the on examination, it seems that it is a vulval carcinoma, but we haven't done any histopathology. Unless and until we prove this on the histopathology, we can't say that this is carcinoma. And by that time, we cannot even stage and we cannot plan a further treatment.
So basically, this is how, like, discussion of how to apply those formulas. Like, if we have fixed a formula, any question comes about the vulva, first thing is to go for the biopsy. What type of biopsy? Incisional biopsy, wedge biopsy, keys punched, what are the dimensions? So if you have fixed these pointers, now it's time to apply them to the questions, and that is what we discuss, and we fix the answers, which I call as fixing rules. And this is basically the EMQ mastery is.
Understand how to crack an EMQ. By attending her live sessions on strategy, I got to know the difference between the questions in EMQs, like the next appropriate, the most appropriate, the initial step. In EMQ, actually, the EMQ revolves around these 4 questions. And with her, by taking course with her, I actually got to know the difference between these 4 questions, and I was while cracking an EMQ, I was not at all confused between 2 options. I was very clear with one answer.
So that is how, like, what is exactly there. Do exam carry negative marks? No, it does not carry any negative marks. So we actually make learning as a fun. So made things as a concise and crisp, and though could not give much time to study, but it was fun and doable, hoping for the best. And she has passed, she has done her part 1, part 2, all, part 3, etc. And she has now got the degree. This is another motivated candidate. She joined the course after 2 failed attempts, and she was like, I felt nauseated while reading the guidelines, because she has read guidelines so many times. And while she was reading the guidelines, still she was not able to crack the exam. So somebody recommended our course, and that changed the preparation style. And then she just could do the part 2 and the part 3 as well, and pass the MRCOG. So this is how we will take you through. 3 months we will finish all modules. Then there will be revision and recalls, where we will do module wise recalls, and there will be live sessions as well for the recalls, which is very important, because many of the time people are just reading the recall as a one line. Okay, but when you look at that one line, you know it, but in exam when it becomes 10 lines, you don't know it, because you have just read that one principle on which that question was based. But in exam, the question does not say that I am on that principle. You have to search for it. That's what we learn when we solve questions in the live sessions. So revision, recalls, and mock tests. This is a part of second revision. And then there is a EMQ workshop, which is a third revision focused for all your EMQs. And then July 2026 recalls are covered separately as well. So the structured preparation with 3 revisions is a part of your course. So everything is covered in one, no single extra money, anything is required. Within 5 months, you are going to finish this. EMQ workshop is definitely a final game changer, which makes really a difference, because that happens just few days before the exam, and that is like a very good revision which you do later. So most of us are busy gynecologists as well as mothers, and it would be an impossible task to understand the tricks in the exam, which is very much done here. Now, my question is, can you imagine revising any EMQ topic in 5 minutes? Now, what are the EMQ topics? Like, question comes about headache in pregnancy. Question comes about thromboprophylaxis in pregnancy. Is it possible to revise any topic in 5 minutes? In 5 minutes, is it possible to remember, to revise, to review any topic in 5 minutes? Yes, your short videos are great. Yes, there are certain students here, so who think that. Yes. So yeah. So basically, yes, let me tell you, this is the EMQ short. This is most loved revision tool by our part 2 candidates. These are 5 to 7 minute videos for any particular EMQ topic. And you can just think over you can just think over like how quickly you can revise these topics. Yes, your videos based part very helpful. Okay, so I don't need to put any reviews here, they are already there in the chat box. This is a glimpse of EMQ short, one of the EMQ short where you can revise it so quickly when you. Hello everyone, so welcome to the EMQ short on male infertility investigations. It's an important topic and we do get EMQs based on it. In next 2 or 3 minutes, we are going to solve majority of the scenarios of the male infertility investigations. So be ready. So basically, what are the answers you expect when you look at the EMQ of the male infertility scenario? So what are the probable answers and what are the probable scenarios? One thing is when to repeat the semen analysis. Always we need to have the 2 semen analysis reports, so can't forget that. Possible cause behind the investigations. They have given you certain investigations and you want to look at what is the cause, whether it is a pre-testicular, testicular or the post-testicular. And then, of course, the ultrasound. So what and is then we cover all the questions in this. So now you know this is in 10% with bilated, right? And then a final summary. Confirm by ultrasound if required, not routine, right? And additional investigation, abdomen and pelvis, confirmation of the vas deferens absence, confirmation. So this is how we cover everything and make your syllabus small, decrease in content so that you spend less time on theory and more time on questions. See, ideally your 30% of the preparation time should be for theory and 70% for the questions. Those who have read part 1 with us, they must have recognized this pattern that we were spending less time on theory and we were spending more time on questions. And that's what we make you do in part 2 as well. Because unless and until you solve the questions, you cannot solve them in the exam. And that is all, like it is, we decrease your content, and that is how you will be able to finish this with less study hours. Because whatever study hours you have, I would suggest that do the questions. Like we'll tell you to do like 30 questions, then increase them to 50, then go up to 100, because ultimately your speed increases. So you even like you when think about like 100 questions, how can I do? But yes, because your speed has increased, you are training your brain every day to do that. So it's like going to gym. You train yourself, then you can increase the weight. So here also, like you train your brain, we help you train that so that you can focus more easily. And that is how like our students, they feel in the exam where people struggle to finish the paper, our students feel that they could just finish the paper so easily. I'll just take you through one of the review for that as well.
Course, no less, no more. So it is perfect. I cannot do that. But in my view, but MQs labor related like exam in 4 hours. 2 of my result, and I was thank you so much, ma'am. It was my first attempt, and I'm really like happy to know my result. And I was expecting also because when I was giving the exam, ma'am, it was just like I was giving one of your mock. It was, I guess, 6 hours given in exam. I finished my exam in 4 hours. 2 hours I went early because they all were repeated question. It was like you told me about the recalls and everything. It was just repeated, and I was like, is it actually a paper or is a ma'am said the paper? It was like that. Yes, EMQs labor related, like in part 2, that was a little bit difficult kind of thing because there was a concept making. I don't know if I have written right, maybe the another question maybe. But you know what I feel, ma'am, because I was not preparing for MRCOG at all, but I have saw your course through Instagram. So I just joined that, and you know, it's so, and it has like widened my view. My whole knowledge has been improved a lot. And what I feel like, rather than gaining lot and lot of knowledge, it's better to revise. Just few
Yes.
concepts, just revise. My key is like I cannot read from here, there, this guideline, this topic. I cannot do that. But in your thing was revise. Just keep on doing. 5, 6 revision, 6, 7 revision, do it. I feel revision is better than getting so much knowledge and at the end you are getting confused and not knowing anything. So, and you had so much questions. Every sessions there's a question. Then there's a live session, there's a question. Then there's a recalls, there's a question. If you keep on doing those questions only, then I think there's nothing you can stop. Like because it's the same thing.
Yeah, very good. Question practice is actually very, very important. Very, very important. That's why I focus a lot on the question practice.
Yes, ma'am. I know so many people. They read from so many things. Like there is a known like something like lot of knowledge is there. But I feel you need to give time to only one thing. Like if you're focused to one thing, just keep on doing that thing. What I feel, rather than gaining so much. So I feel that is the best thing. And secondarily, obviously, your notes. I didn't had anything. I just read your notes and nothing else. Even I was not able to revise talk article also, ma'am. You have said no, if you have time then only revise talk, otherwise focus on nice. I focused on nice and nothing else I was doing, but just revising and your live sessions, everything what you were saying, no, there the words were reminding, like if I know this answer quickly, you just like I'll tell that this is the answer. It was like that. If I don't know, then why should I use my brain? I don't know that. But it was like one of the mock, you just keep on giving us mock. So it was just like solving one of the mock. I don't know, I just finished that exam in 4 hours itself, very early. I was out of the examination hall so quickly. That was
Some
all
people
of your
say
thoughts.
that recalls don't come. What do you say? They come, but with
They
the
come, ma'am, recalls they come. That I'm telling, no. It was like solving your one of the mock. It was like they have taken paper from your mock and they.
so you can see basically, yes, this is how people feel when they really do that practice. Were excellent, and yet that's how it's going to happen in the part two as well. You're going to have the same feeling in the part two
Have just
as
printed
well.
your
So
course.
now it's time to start your part two success, our three-step system. Watch the videos, do the questions, and revise, repeat. Right? Watch the video, do the questions, repeat. Watch the video, do the questions, and repeat. And that's what it is going to happen. And the most important is like unlimited access till you pass. So we take full commitment to make you pass. So now it's the time to talk about the offer. So you have seen the structure, it saves your time, you know it works. So why not just start? And that is what to now it is. There is a like the cost is already fixed, which is going to be 55,999. And those who feel difficulty with paying one time, we have a 2 or 3 installment plans as well. So you can go with that. And the most important thing, which is the added value, because we always keep on adding the values to it. So that is the excess of these videos continue in part 3 as well when you continue part 3 with us. This video plus stock library, they will continue in part 3 as well, because when I am saying that do not read the guidelines here, then you don't need to read them in the part 3 as well. So you can watch the same content and be thorough with your theory in the part 3 as well. And this is what there is in the pre-result booking offer. So take the advantage, both the finances and the added value, and be in front, be lead among the peers, and be ready for your part 2 journey. Applying for the part 2 is the same way as it was part 1. Yes. Yes, you are one who gives more importance to others' success than focusing on money. Yes, totally. I believe that if somebody has come to us, then they need to pass part 1, part 2, and part 3 and gain their MRCOG degree. So that's what it's about. And let's hear from you. Any question and answers, please drop them in the chat box. No need to do AOT. AOT is for the part 3 students who want to appear in the November exam. They need to do the AOT. And otherwise, like if you have not appeared in the part 2 and still you want to do the AOT, you can do, because once AOT done, then it is forever, right? Thanks, doctor. Thank you, Dr. Koshi. Any other questions? When are you starting? We are starting the live sessions very soon. When the program of part 2 will be on the Kajabi, maybe today or maybe tomorrow. By tomorrow, you will have the program there, and the live sessions are going to start from the next week. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. This time it will be consistent. Yes, just need to fix up some time for this journey, right? That's it. Thank you. Part 227 has not come yet. Yes, it has not come yet, but it will come, and it is usually in the January mid, right? So that is there. Would like to connect with you for all the parts. Sure. So I will put up my number here. So the team's number here so that you can connect with us. This is the number you can connect with us. 2 months back, but don't know how to go about the course and community. So no worries. We are going to do the orientation very soon and we'll take you through that as well. Same can be continued. Yes. If you have already enrolled for the full course, yes, you are going to have the same continued. Those who are in the crash course, if they have enrolled before, then they will need to go with the transition of yes. Does part 2 also have the recall questions for each topic like part 1? Yes. Community is in your My Library section of website or the app. Check there. You will find the community. Okay, okay, okay. Any other questions? Yes, courses. We have already started with the schedule. So as soon as you join, you will get the website access and you can start reading, and the live sessions are starting soon. Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? Yes, last question. Once payment made, we will be directed to the website access. Yes. If you are going through the website, you will be through that. And if you are going through if you are paying by the UPI, then you can contact us on the number. And if you are scanning the QR code, yes, you will directly be directed towards the course, directly towards the course. I was in combo, so yes, you will get the mails yourself. Those who are in combo, they will directly start getting they are already added in the part 2, so they will start getting the mails as soon as the live sessions start. Is there any new Telegram group? No, there's a community. Like as soon as you join, you will be in the community. But yes, you can join the open community. We'll put up a link so you can join the open community. For course, you need to subscribe. We are not getting any questions of part 1. So why you will get the questions of part 1? So basically, you don't need the part 1, right? You need the part 2 questions now. Schedule is given in which site? January 2027. So that will be uploaded on your site itself, either by today evening or tomorrow. Will we discuss the part 1 paper? Not now, not very recently, maybe later. Yeah. Because the part 1 discussions, like here we do July 2026 paper in part 2. Similarly, we will do in part 1 also July 2026, but that will be as per the schedule. Are we getting part 1 questions? No, you don't require. Now part 2 questions, you enough have part 2 questions. So you focus on part 2 questions. You do not require part 1 questions in part 2. Okay. Can we wait after part 1 result? We also have a MS exam in partner. Not sure if I would aim for the part 2 January 2027. So that is like your choice. But as I said, that even if you are looking for July, then also like you should start now at least, and it will be helpful in your MS exam as well, because you will be going through some important topic videos which will really help you out. So you can start, no need to wait, and because it has unlimited access, so no issues, but it's your choice, right? Not even clinical management, no. You will have all part 2 content here, so you don't need anything from part 1. Flow of materials you provided is the way order of study. We'll give you day-to-day schedule, so do not worry about that. So shall I basically, yes, you can start, and this is the number you can actually contact on if you need link for part 1. So this is the number here, and just to make sure if I have to go through part 1, no. Can I tell how to focus? We'll give you day-to-day schedule. I've joined part 2 and I have access in Kajabi, but not Telegram. There is no separate Telegram group for part 2. We have moved on to Kajabi. Could you please explain the access to the group after payment is done, how to approach? So you have already logged into the website or not? If not, if you have any difficulty in logging in, please text to the support team. They are going to help you out through the process. One doubt, if I'm not able to clear part 1, please don't think like that. When will be the next attempt? January. I'm late. Can I get the recording of this session? Yes. Okay. With part 1 paper be discussed before result declaration? No. No, not recently, because we had that part 1 paper discussion in the schedule, which we will be following, right? And there is a request, please do not calculate your marks according to like 1 mark each for the question, because you don't know. Marks assigned to the questions are as per the difficulty level. So some of the questions which you are getting right may be having a 4 marks, and some of those which you got wrong may have only 1 mark. So you cannot actually calculate the right marks also with this kind of a thing, right? Okay, any other questions? Yes, never think negatively, just go ahead. You are here to just do your MRCOG, complete your MRCOG very, very soon. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Any more questions from anyone? How to contact support team? This is the number. Just take this number, WhatsApp on this, call on this. This is the number. This is the number. Thank you. When will the next schedule start? Very soon. Is the schedule on the community? You will find it in the website. You will find it very soon. For installments, that you need to be in touch with the support team. They will guide you. There are 2 installment and 3 installment plans. Whatever you require, accordingly, it will be. So you can just be in touch with them. Was up to the mark, but I did some silly mistakes. No worries. I'm pretty sure you are still going to pass. No worries. No worries about that. I'm pretty sure, because we don't need 100% to pass the exam. We need certain marks to pass the exam. We don't need 100%. Okay. So everybody can make some mistakes and still pass the exam. That's the beauty. Okay. All well. Any other questions? Any other questions? And part 2, do each question also having different weightage? Yes, that is the same pattern for RCOG. Yes, every question will have different weightage. How to gain speed in reading question? Practice. Practice again. Solve the questions on your website. As soon as like you go from 30 questions to 40 questions to 60 questions to 100 questions daily, your speed is going to increase. 1 year gap I have taken for part 1. So will 5 months part 2 will be sailed through. Very good. Yes, it is. It is very good. You can go through that. 5 months is enough. How can we contact the support team based on the installment plan? You said, I mean, the email address or any other contact information. Yes. So email address is info@mrcogcourses.com. And I'm also going to text the number on which you can WhatsApp. 7224. And I think you are in my Telegram contact as well. So I'll text you personally also. Okay, but so you can save this email address and the number from here. I'm interested in February 2026, but planning to write in January 27. Will anything change? Yeah, material will be updated. MRCOG online is yours. MRCOG online, you must be receiving mails sometimes. We have shifted on to the mrcogcourses.com. Now our mails come from @mrcogcourses.com, right? So support number is support@mrcog.com. And for your information, you can ask on to info@mrcogcourses.com. Right, so we are now mrcogcourses.com. You can find our website also by the name of mrcogcourses.com. And similarly, for any help, like those who are not able to log in or anything, they can reach to support. Okay, so this is their support@mrcogcourses.com. Okay. Support is for those who are facing any issues, already enrolled candidates, and who want the admission, info@mrcogcourses.com. And this number anybody can use for the support as well as for the information. That is 9454 227 224 plus 919454 227 224. Okay, all good? Any other questions? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you everyone for joining. See you all soon in the part 2 sessions. Okay, bye bye. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.